There is often a lot of confusion when it comes to freight insurance and exactly what to do about it. Some see it as another cost on the top of your budget, some don't move anything without it, and others aren't entirely sure what coverage they should get. Being underinsured in the event of lost or damaged freight could cost hundreds, maybe thousands of pounds each year. Of course, it's best avoided. Here at Espas, we deal with so many different types of freight, and over the years we've seen the impact that underinsured cargo can have on a business. In today's episode of EspaceTV, we talk about freight insurance and we'll do our very best to demystify confusing terms such as special drawing rights and explain exactly how to optimise your freight insurance. If you're sending goods around the UK to or from Europe or around the world by road, sea or air, you need to be aware of the different liability limits in place for each mode of transport. UK freight is covered under RHA conditions and equates up to £1.30 a kilo. European freight is covered under CMR conditions for up to £9 a kilo. This is an approximate rate based on 8.33 SDRs. I'll come to this shortly. Sea freight insurance provides approximately £2.20 a kilo and is based on 2 SDRs. And air freight liability will be anywhere between £18 and £21 a kilo, depending on the airline and which air freight convention they apply to. Over the years, we've handled and resolved many an insurance claim here at Espas. Indemnity levels for lost or damaged cargo are always limited under their respective conditions. Underinsuring freight can not only result in financial losses for both the shipper and the carrier, but it can also lead to disputes, damage business relationships, and lead to potential legal liabilities. You can see why it's so important to understand the value of your product and insure it incorrectly so that you aren't caught out. Under international law, our carrier's liability for loss or damage to cargo is limited, and this limit is determined based on the weight of the cargo and the value of SDRs, special drawing rights. The amount of liability limit per unit weight of cargo can vary depending on the mode of transportation, but SDRs provide a uniform measure of value across countries. I mentioned earlier that standard UK freight insurance covers approximately £1.30 a kilo, and European freight under CMR conditions covers up to approximately £9 or 8.33 SDRs. An SDR in simple terms is a currency unit. So is 8.33 SDRs per kilo a bad deal? Generally £9 a kilo is enough to cover the loss or damage of a shipment of standard goods. If your shipment has a per kilo value greater than the above stated liability limits, you will of course be underinsured in the event of loss or damage. A freight forwarder will assess the value and nature of your cargo in order to determine the appropriate level of coverage needed. They have competitive rates and options with the best insurers on the market. They'll facilitate every part of the insurance process as well as handling your freight. In each case, they will identify any potential risks and offer recommendations on exactly how to minimise them, highlighting relevant packaging requirements, appropriate labelling, and providing the right transport solution for your product. In essence, a freight forwarder will always offer a comprehensive end-to-end supply chain solution. As with anything, there are always options. You can insure your shipment to its full value on a case-by-case basis with your carrier, or take out your own annual goods in transit insurance policy to ensure that you're fully covered. Every business is different, and it's important that you do what is right for you. If you're moving freight and unsure on the best way to insure your cargo, drop us an email at solutions@espaceglobalfreight.com or call us anytime on 01543 412 348 and chat to one of our team. If you simply want to know the cost of insuring a one-off shipment, visit our website where you'll find a quick quote insurance calculator to give you everything that you need. As always, we're here to help.